So that's where we are starting from tonight. Employee relation and communication. So, so tonight we are going to be looking at the definition, starting from the definition of employee relation. We look at communication. We look at the way to maintain positive relation, employee relations. We look at that. We look at conflict resolution and grievances handling. We are going to look at effective internal communication strategies. These are the things we are going to be checking tonight. And if we are unable to finish it tonight, we are going to continue next week by the grace of God Almighty. All right. So, employee relations and communication. So, the word employee relation and communication are crucial aspects of human resources management that focus on fostering positive relationships between employees and the organization. It's fostering positive relationship between employees and the organization. Promote effective communication channels and addressing workplace issues and concerns. So let us look at the definition of each of the concepts that we have in the topic tonight, employee relations and the communication. So employee relations refers to the interactions and dynamics between employees and the organization. It includes management, supervisors, and co-workers. It encompasses the policies and strategies aimed at promoting a positive work environment, resolving conflicts, and enhancing employees' morale, engagement, and satisfaction. That is the definition of employee relation. It refers to the interactions, relationship, and dynamics between employees and organization, including the management, the supervisors, and the subordinates. It encompasses the policy, the practices, the strategies aimed at promoting a positive work environment, resolving conflicts, and enhancing employee morale, engagement, and satisfaction. So, we want to look at some key components of employee relations. Now, one, the what we call workplace culture. So, workplace culture is talking about establishing a positive workplace culture that values diversity or that encourage diversity, fairness, respect, and collaborations fosters among employee relations and a sense of belonging among employees. One of the problems actually in the southwest here or in this part of the world, it may seem that this aspect is not somehow so conspicuous in the sense that maybe we have disparity in the place of work, that we have issue with uh, tribe, tribalism, or religion, or cultural background problem. I don't think that we always experience this in this part of the world, or this part of, yes, let me use that word. But for some areas, there's some organization that we are having the problem of this diversity. That this one is from Mr. A, is an Igbo person, Igbo, and this one is Fulanese. It's all this thing do happens in federal government sure work anyway, but we don't always see it in the private sector that quite numbers of us are so used to. But in some private and some government parastatals, it does manifest. So this aspect is very important. Workplace culture is very important. That you, as an embryo, junior HR, that you must place and you must switch your priority on and place an emphasis on whenever you are privileged to join the organization. All of these things we have been discussing, you must be able to put them into practice. Yes, so that you bring all these things into reality. So we are talking about components of employee relations. So we talk about workplace culture. Another one that we need to look at under that is employee engagement. So engaging employees in decision making processes, soliciting their feedback, and involving them in initiatives that affect their work environment and job satisfaction contribute to positive employee relations. I enjoyed this thing so much. The last place I worked in the telecom industry, and that time I enjoyed this aspect so much because my MD, we come some of us in my department where I was then, in my department, the HR, the main HR, the operation manager, and some others, external audits and control in the account sections, and so we'll be rubbing minds. We'll be asking, every time HR will just tell me, come and call me. I say, Allah, what do you see to this thing? So what do you want to tell us on this aspect? What does the law say about this aspect? So I begin to tell them that this and this is what the law says on this aspect. So we used to interact, we talk together in decision making, we decide. At times the MD will sit down, will say, what do you see to this thing? I'll begin to say, I feel this is the way, I feel this is the way. I will start. So as an HR person, as an MD, and as an entrepreneur, it's very important that you allow this in your organization, in your business. So employee engagement is very important. Allow them in decision making. Don't use autocratic system of running an organization that whatever I say is a final authoritarian. Whatever I say is a final. So even though we know we have what we call circle of concern and circle of control. Circle of concern is things that may concern you, but you don't have power to effect change or changes, as the case may be. You don't have power to do that. It's just the management or the owner of the business. But circle of control, once you just feel, oh, this thing is right, you can see your mind, and those things will be effective, right? But in an organization, it's very important that you allow your employees to be involved in decision making. And at the same time, whenever there is any matter, an issue, you should allow them to give you the feedback. Oh, this thing has happened. What do you seek to hit? What is your stake on this? Not that you alone will be Mr. Know-how. So it's very important, and it makes employees to have this satisfaction in the job they are doing. So if you ask them to come back home, to come to work at 10 o'clock in the midnight or in the midnight, if it's possible for them, they will definitely come because they feel at home. They feel that they are not stranger, even though they have come to work for money. At the same time, they feel that, oh, so we are recognized. So not that we just came here to work and our being here is not matter to them. No. So that's you. Another aspect we're looking at is conflict resolution. So implementing effective conflict resolution mechanism, such as grievances procedure, mediation. When there is grievances, you mediate. How do you mediate? To set up the committees on that, which I was once chairman of the disciplinary committee many years ago. So our attribution helps workplace disputes and maintain harmonious employee relations. So other thing we still want to critically look at is employee recognition. So this one is very important, is a key. So you should let them understand or know and realize that their presence in that very organization is very important. So like the common saying, if somebody did something that's worth praising, So you should praise the person. Don't just say, maybe they have collected their salary and that settles it. No, you recognize them. So recognizing and rewarding employees for their contributions. Like I told you, I don't know if I've told you in this class, I've enjoyed these things so much, so many times. Until I left my last place of work, there is no year, they don't always recognize me and people in my department. There is no year. So, and that is how it should be. So, recognition and rewarding employees for their contributions, achievements, and effort reinforces positive behavior. And that is just it. Boost morale and strengthens employee relations. So, another aspect you are looking at is EAPs, that is Employee Assistance Program, providing support services, counseling, and resources to employees facing personal or work-related challenges, enhances employee well-being and promote positive relations. So it's very important. Employees assistance program. There will be many of them that will wish that, oh, I'm working in the inventory, but I don't have the knowledge, deep knowledge in this, but I wish I want to go and study a course that has to do with procurement and purchasing and supply. Yes, purchasing and supply. So this is going to help them, and they are not so buoyant enough. You know that you can give them a relief, a kind of supporting them to go and have, the training at the same time, and you can give them counseling. Do I feel that this area you need to do this, you need to know this. So this aspect too is very crucial and is very important as well. So we want to move to the next phase now, and that is the objective. So we want to look at the objective uh, of employee relation. So some of the things we have looked at, we want to look at the objectives of that. The first thing we see here is employee relation help to promote a positive work environment. It helps to promote a positive work environment. So employee relations initiatives, employee relation initiatives aims to create a workplace culture characterized by trust, mutual respect, and open communication and collaboration. So, number two, it enhances employees' morale and engagement by addressing employees' needs, concerns, and aspirations. Organizations can increase employee satisfaction, motivation, and commitment to their work and their organization. Three, it reduces turnover and conflicts. So, like I said, I've explained what turnover is all about when we use it in terms of employees. So, we're talking about turnover, we're talking about the rate at which the employee leaves and the way they leave your organization, the way at which they come and go. So, that is what aspect is talking about. So, it reduces turnover and conflict. So, strong employee relations help mitigate workplace conflicts, reduce turnover rates, and maintain a stable and productive workplace. So it supports organizational goals and objectives. So positive employee relations contribute to organizational success by fostering a supportive, inclusive, and high-performing work environment that align with strategic objectives. All right. So now I want to look at the outcome. So the outcome of setting of the objectives. So we have seen it. What the objectives of employee relation tend to achieve, and we see in this regard that it's improved employee satisfaction. So it means it's positive employee relations led to higher level of job satisfaction. Yes. So it's morale and motivation among employees,
I understand.
resulting in increased productivity and performance. So it's increased productivity and performance. So that is one about that. Improve employee satisfaction, productivity, and performance. So two is that it enhance employee retention. So instead of leaving, they will not go again because they are happy with the work they are doing. They are happy doing with what they are doing. So if you are in a place you are not happy, if you wake up in a day and you want to go to work and you are not happy, it means there is no good relationship in the place of work. It could be between you and the owner of the business, even between you and the manager or your supervisors or your subordinates or your colleagues. So it depends. But if you are working in a place, you should be happy. You should derive satisfaction in what you are doing. So it's enhanced employee retention. That is, employee who feel valued, supported, and respected are more likely to remain with the organization, reducing turnover costs and maintaining continuity in operation. Because it's not just easy like that to recruit, because recruiting do come with costs. You have to spend money. It's what to talk to the type of putting advertisements, talk to the type of putting questions together, put some things together, the stress, the time, having the hurrah interview, having the written one at the same time. So all of this, that is what that objective tends to achieve. Three is that it's stronger organizational culture. So effective employee relations contribute to building a strong organizational culture characterized by the trust, the teamwork, and a shared sense of purpose. Yes, a shared sense of purpose is the key. So driving employee engagement and organizational success. So another aspect we're looking under this is reduce workplace conflicts. Yes, it's going to reduce workplace conflict. That is the outcome of the objectives of of employee relations. So by addressing conflicts proactively and fostering open communication and collaboration, so organizations can minimize disruptive workplace conflicts and maintain a harmonious work environment. Maintain what? Harmonious work environment. All right. So now we are done with employee relation, the definition, the components, the objectives, and the outcomes of the objective. Right. So we want to look at the communication this time around. Don't forget the topic we are treating this evening is employee relation and communication. So that's what we are discussing this evening. So should I want to go to communication now? So communication refers to the exchange of information, ideas, thoughts, and feelings between individuals or groups within the organization. So effective communication channels and practices facilitate the flow of information, promote transparency, and support collaboration and coordination among employees. Let's look at some key components of this communication in relation to employee relationship. So internal communication. So establishing a formal and informal channel. You know, when you're talking about formal, that is what has to do with the business, how it should be. But the informal aspect of it, the way we relate with ourselves as a family, not as we have come to the place of work this time around, do your own, let me do my own. No, it's not like that. You relate, you make it official, and at the same time, you relate as a family. I work with a company in US too, Grandida LLC. So, right now, I just left them last. So, in this very organization, we see ourselves as family. Yes, we see ourselves as family. Even though it's a remote, we work from home. So we see ourselves as family, we relate together, even at a certain time. Just that you just have to respect your boss. At times, you just say, Mr. Gabe, Mr. Gabe, Mr. Gabe. And you know, it's this person I'm talking about just clocked 70 this year. You should see that he's not a young boy, us, somebody in that age, and we relate as if we don't even call him daddy the way some of us used to do in Nigeria here, that we call our boss daddy because of their age. You say, Mr. Gabe, Mr. Gabe. Who's some people who sort of Gabe, Gabe, Gabe. So that these white people they call him Gabe. So Gabe, Gabe, yeah, you understand? So we just have to put Mr. Gabe, in Nigerian culture setting. So in organization, that is what we call internal communication. So we should make it formal and informal channels for sharing information, updates, announcements. Not every time you're writing everything down in the information book or you send mail. It's not every time that sometimes you just use Baba to tweet, just say it. Because you can see like daily is not formal. If you just use Baba communication to, but at least it's robust. Relationship will be robust, and at the same time, it shows that you are carrying your subordinates, your workers, your managers, whatever, your colleagues, you're carrying them along with what you are doing and what is going on. So, updates and announcements and organizational news with employees enhances transparency and keep employees informed and engaged. This one was so clear to me when I work in the telecommunications because there is nothing you keep. So within ourselves, within the organization, we share information, news. At times, then we just put it on our platform. This is what is happening. So we just want so award from so place. We just done this. We just did that. So all this is so very transparent, and you must put this into place as well. You know this too. Another one we want to look at on that component of communication is that two-way communication. A two-way communication you must learn that. So when I talk about communication, this aspect is encouraging open dialogue. There must be open dialogue, and when there's that, there must be feedback. You must as well get feedback. All right. So after that, we look at participation from employees. Allow for two-way communication where employees can voice their opinions, concerns, and suggestions, and management can listen and respond accordingly. Don't make them to look as if you are audio visual, what do you call it now? Audio visual, what do you call it now? The radio station that they are talking, people are not responding. That is going to do this anyway. As you are talking these days now, people are responding. But when they talk after that, they will put their phone number, how people will start reacting on what they must have said. It's in those days that. But now, so this time around, you should allow two-way communication. When you are saying something, you allow them to respond. When there is an open dialogue, you allow feedback. When there is a matter, you allow them to participate. So let them talk, listen to their views, where employees can voice their opinions, their concerns, what they feel. I talked about circle of concern and circle of control the other time, even though there are some that is just a concern. Yes, but they must say it, even though they don't have the power to change it. But there are some things we call a circle of control. They have the power to control it. They have the power to effect the change. So you allow them to do that, and suggestions, the management can listen and respond accordingly. So you respond to whatever their suggestions. I remember one day we had a meeting like that, a conference, because we have about close to 100 workers. That place, up to 100. So we always have conference. And that thing, again, they just came out, we want to say something about I said, sir, I just said something. I remember, I know one of the things I noticed about you always curse. You always use this abusing and these vulgar words on people, which is not professional and it's not good enough. People were like, so bold to say it because such statements should not be held in a formal setting. But most times, you usually use vulgar word on his staff. I mean, on the staff, right? So that is that about that. So another aspect of us to look at under this communication component is the clear and consistent messaging. So communicating messages clearly, concisely, and consistently helps avoid misunderstanding, confusion, and misinformation among employees. That's the key, right? So another aspect we're looking at is technology and tools. Leveraging communication technologies and tools such as email, make use of that. Email, internet portals, yes, we have this because we use Sage, what we call Sage. Uh, and it's for different, it's very small of you may not know this kind of application I'm talking about. So we have internet, not intranet. So internet is within the organization. This is a sort kind of software we use to communicate ourselves. We use to work, right? So another aspect is collaboration. So platforms. So collaboration platforms. So and video conferencing. Do that. Facilitate communication across geographical dispersed teams and remote workers. Most of the time we use this thing a lot. In those days, what we use Teams. Part of it, what we are using on Telegram is part of it. But those things are working with Piaget LLC. So we use Teams. So that's what we use most times. We use Teams. So it's so bad. There are too many of us to go and do same time. So I'll keep happening headache because there's sort of some set of people, about 300 of them that I have Gradida to train that time. I do have a lot of headache. So maybe I will be with them till around 11, 12 sometimes. At very morning again, some people must have around as early as 9. I've started receiving calls, putting them through and how to make use of teams. So it's so serious. That's why I just look at it this time around. What I feel everybody can use easily without having any trouble is the Telegram for me. I think that one's very simple. As I said, you are not using a good phone. Very, very simple. You can't have issue with it and it will record the class for us. So that is that about that. So another aspect we are looking at is an aspect of training and development. This is another key under the communication as well. Providing communications skills training and resources to employees and managers enhance their ability to communicate effectively. And people must have noticed that they have communication problem. You can throw training on effective communication. You can throw training on public speaking. That's nothing to do with that. Yes. If somebody must have gone through such a training like that, the person will have confidence, to talk to people, to meet people, to talk to people, to address people. So you can throw up training to do that for them. So this is another key aspect. So this communicate to ability to communicate effectively, resolve conflict, and build positive relationship. So let's move on and check another aspect. So now we're looking at the objectives of these things we are talking about. We have to look at the objectives, communication objectives, and at this time we are going to look at communication outcomes. So the objectives, we say it's this one facilitates information sharing. It facilitates information sharing. So effective communication ensures that employees have access to relevant information per time, updates, and resources to perform their jobs effectively and make informed decisions on time. So, two is that it promotes engagement and participation. So, open communication channels encourage employees to share their ideas, feedback, and concerns, fostering a culture of collaboration, innovation, and continuous improvements. So that's about that. So we look at building trust and transparency under communication and the objective again. So transparent communication builds trust between employees and management. That is what people want. Even though there are some people their life are too cloudy, too darky, they don't like truth and they don't love saying the truth. But there are some people that they love the truth. So don't tell them the truth and they are pleased with it. You don't give them money, but you always open to them, you carry them along, you tell them the plain truth about the business, about what you are doing, about the success, about the flaws that you are having, they are pleased with it. All right, so this transparent communication builds trust between employees and management. So demonstrating a commitment to honesty, look at that, integrity, and accountability. So after that, we look at enhanced organizational performance. Yes, facilitating by facilitating collaboration, coordination, and alignment across teams and departments. So, effective communication support organization effectiveness and achievements of business goals. So now we want to check the outcome of the communication, right? So the outcome is increased employee engagement. That's just that. So we have to know that effective communication promotes employee engagement by keeping employees informed from time to time, involve them and connects them connected to the organization missions, visions, and goals. And that is very important. Your employees must understand the vision, the mission, and the goals of the business. So it enhances collaboration and teamwork. Yes. Clear communication channels and practices facilitates collaboration, knowledge sharing, and teamwork among employees, leading to improved productivity and performance. So greater innovation and problem solving. So open communication encourage the exchange of ideas, creativity, and diverse perspectives, fostering innovation and problem-solving capabilities within the organization. Improve employee relations. Communications plays a vital role in building positive employee relations, trust, and morale by ensuring that employees feel heard, valued, and respected. So, in summary, employee relations and communications are critical components of HRM that contributes to fostering a positive work environment, enhancing employee engagement, promoting collaboration and teamwork, and supporting organizational success. So, by investing in effective employee relations and communication strategies, organizations can build strong relationships with employees, drive performance through that, and achieve the business objective. So we want to move straight to maintaining positive relations now. So I want to explain what is maintaining positive relations is. So this aspect involves creating a supportive and inclusive work environment where employees feel valued, as we have defined, respected, engaged. So as we know that the Moody's focuses on strong relationship between employees and management, promoting teamwork, collaboration, and addressing concerns and grievances effectively, as we have looked at it in some of the points we have itemized, but it's a key topic. We'll just have to look at it in a deep. So, I want us to look at the examples now. I want us to look at the examples. So, of companies which I must have made mention of some of it before. So, let's just look at this. So, you can see the example one here that a company implement various initiatives to enhance employee relations, such as regular team building activities. So, employee recognition programs, open door policies, and opportunities for feedback and input on company policies and decisions. So, this initiative helps us build more among employees, leading to higher job satisfaction. Another illustration is a company data could visually showcase employee success stories. Yes, so achievements and upcoming events to celebrate and promote positive employee relations. So the newsletter serves as a platform for sharing news and updates. So highlighting employee contributions and reinforcing the company's commitment to fostering a supportive and inclusive workplace culture for your employees. So that is that about that. So we move straight to conflict resolution and grievances. Conflict resolution and grievances. So, and grievance handling. So, conflict resolution and grievance handling involves addressing conflicts or disputes and grievances that arise in the place of work or in the workplace in a fair, timely, and constructive manner. So, this module focuses on implementing effective culture, conflict resolution strategies, providing mediation and arbitration services, and ensuring that compliance with applicable laws and regulations. So, conflict resolution and grievances are essential processes within human resources management that focus on addressing workplace conflicts, disputes, and employment in a fair, timely, impartial, and manner. So, here as the other the few explanation, we need to look further on that. So, we see conflict resolution here as a process of identifying, managing. You can see my screen. Process of identifying, managing, resolving conflicts or disagreements that arise between individuals or groups within the workplace. So it aims to facilitate communication, understanding, and cooperation to reach mutually acceptable solutions and restore positive relationships. It's very important among the people in the place of work. So we look at the components of conflict resolution. We look at the identification of conflicts, what usually cause conflicts. Recognizing the presence of conflict or disagreement between parties is the first step in conflict resolution process. So this may involve observing changes in behavior, communication breakdown, or performance issues. So after that, you look at communication and dialogue. You look at words, communication and dialogue. So this aspect encouraging open and constructive communication between parties involved and in the conflict helps clarify issues. So perspective and underlying interest. So active listening is very important. You should have a listening ears. Don't just jump to conclude. Don't take sides. It's normal in life that people always take sides because you may like somebody more than the other. But in a normal setting, an ideal organization, you don't do that. You listen. You listen to two parties. You listen to them, and from there, you'll be able to draw your conclusion on how to settle the dispute. Empathy and respect for different viewpoints and essentials in fostering understanding and trust. So after this, we look at conflict resolution techniques for settling disputes. Okay, employing various conflict resolution techniques, such as one, negotiation. Negotiation. You know when the NLC, when they're fighting, shouting, making a hell of noise, that this is and this, what do you always do? What government will do? What they will invite them. They want to negotiate. So let's give you 2 naira and go and keep your mouth shut. Or let's increase those of you that are in higher level, maybe from level 13, we're going to increase your salary. So those from level 12 down, or from level 9, there is a senior officer. So from level 10, so let's increase your salary by 75%. So we reduce from this person from this level 8 down, we increase their salary by 50%. So keep your mouth shut and don't say anything again. So this is negotiation. So I'm just using that as an example. It may not be real anyway, but that's the way government behave anyway. So negotiation, you negotiate. Will you mediation, you mediate, arbitration, and collaborative problem solving. So this helps parties explore solutions, address underlying concerns, and reach mutually agreeable outcomes. So another aspect we look at conflict management strategies. Conflict management strategies. So this implementing conflict management strategies such as establishing ground rules, yes, facilitating compromise, and promoting win-win solutions. So helps manage conflict effectively and prevents it from being escalated. All right. So let's just look briefly to the objectives of conflict resolution. Objectives of conflict resolution in this regard now. So we look at it that makes us to help us to resolve disputes amicably. That's the key. So conflict resolution aims to resolve conflicts or disagreements between parties in a constructive manner, respectful way, and a mutually beneficial manner. So maintaining positive working relationship. Two is that it restores communication and collaboration. So by addressing conflicts and promoting open dialogue. So conflict resolution helps rebuild trust and of cooperation and collaboration among individuals or team involved. Yeah. So other aspect we're looking at, there's another objective is prevention of prevention of escalation, okay? To prevent escalation. So timely intervention and effective conflict resolution prevent conflicts from escalating, growing beyond the capacity, what you can control, so like a wildfire, as it happens, okay, into more serious disputes, so which can disrupt productivity, yes, when about the business, morale, and at the same time, employee well-being. So another aspect we're looking at is promoting or promotes organizational effectiveness. Yes, conflict resolution promotes organizational effectiveness in the sense that resolving conflict promptly and efficiently contributes to positive work environments, employee satisfaction, and at the same time, organizational effectiveness by minimizing disruptions and fostering a culture of collaboration and teamwork. Okay, so that is that about that. And we want to look at the outcome of this conflict resolution now. We want to look at the outcome briefly. So this aspect now, the outcome is saying here that it improve relationship. So it improve relationship. Successful conflict resolution leads to improved relationship, trust, and cooperation among employees, teams, or departments involved in the conflict. Two is it enhance communication. Open communication and dialogue fostered during the conflict resolution process promote understanding, empathy, and constructive problem solving. Three is that it increase productivity because if they are fighting a place of war, they will not cooperate, they will not work together as a team, and going to affect the work and affect the business. So it increase productivity. So resolving conflicts prevent productivity losses. It prevents productivity losses and caused by disruption. So tensions or distractions in the workplace. So align employees to focus on their work and achieve organizational goals is the key. So another thing we're looking at really is just the strengthening the national culture. Yes, it strengthens organizational culture in the sense that addressing conflicts in a fair and transparent manner reinforces organizational values. Yes, so it promotes respect and contributes to a positive and inclusive organizational culture. So that is that about that. Now, we want to look at the grievances or grievance handling. Grievance handling. So, to proceed, what is grievance handling? So this refers to the formal process of addressing and resolving employees' complaints, concerns, or grievances related to the employment conditions, terms, and treatment in the workplace. It involves investigating grievances, identifying root causes, and taking appropriate corrective actions to address employees' concerns. So that is that about that. So we look to the next aspect, the key component of this one too. It has key components of grievance handling. So the one of the first thing we look under is the grievance procedure, establishing a formal grievance procedure outlining the steps for lodging, investigating, and resolving employee grievances provides a structured framework for addressing complaints in a fair and consistent manner. Two, confidentiality and impartiality. Maintaining a confidentiality and ensuring impartiality in handling grievances is essential to protect employees' rights, yes, the privacy and interest, and promote trust in the grievance process. Three is investigating and documentation, conducting thorough and impartial investigations into employee grievances, building relevant evidences, and documenting findings help identify underlying issues, assess validity, and determine appropriate solutions to curtail the loss or to solve or to resolve that. So other is resolution and follow-up. So taking prompt and effective corrective actions to address validated grievances such as providing remedies, implementing policy changes, and offering counseling or mediation that demonstrate a commitment to resolving employee concerns and preventing resource recurrence of grievances effectively. So objective of yes, grievance handling is the number one. It address employees' concern. Grievance handling aims to provide employees with a formal mechanism to voice their complaints, concerns, or grievances and seek resolution or redressal. So, two is that objective, right? Is ensure fairness and equity. It ensures fairness and equity. So, handling grievances in a fair, transparent, and impartial manner upholds organizational values. Somebody should please meet the mic of fairness, equity, and respect for employees' rights. So, number three objectives of grievances handling is that it maintains employee morale and engagement. So addressing grievances promptly and effectively helps preventing negative impact on employees' morale, motivation, and job satisfaction, and promoting a positive work environment. So other aspect is prevents litigation. It prevents litigation and legal risk. So if it's not well addressed, somebody can say, "I'm going to charge it," because it's not happening in US. Just happened at the time we were having meetings, and the CEO was telling us that this aspect was telling us we should be careful because he doesn't want anybody to charge them. But that's mostly all these developed countries where they have law and others, they don't care. They charge you to court and they won't want to care much they want to spend. They don't care. But they just want to charge you to court. That's the way they do. So it prevents litigation and legal risk. So proactively addressing and resolving employee grievances reduces the likelihood of dispute escalating into legal actions, litigation, or regulatory complaints. So this aspect mitigating risk and liabilities for the organization. So the outcome now. So the outcome of the company grant is, so look at it, that it's employee satisfaction. So when they are happy, when it's being settled, when it's being handled effectively, so when it's being handled effectively, to reset in timely resolution of employee concerns, so contributing to higher levels of satisfaction, trust, and confidence in the organization's management and policy. They trust them that, oh, if there's anything we know, management, we are going to settle it. Not that they be the one to be fueling it, causing the more problem, because they will take side. So it reduces turnover. Yes, it reduces turnover. Big people will not go. If there is a conflict and you are able to come in, yes, it happens. There was a time it happens in one of the staffs, one of our branch. So there was a CV call that somebody just cried down to the office from the branch that somebody just shouted on him on the phone and he was not happy with that. He has to rush down to the office to report such, and immediately we were able to come in into that situation and we settled it immediately. And that was the head. We did not allow such kind of grievances to generate, because when it to generate, it's going to cause a lot of issue, and we just put everything to stop just like that. So that is the aspect that aspects tend to address, reduce work turnover, because time will not say because of Mr. A or because of Oluwatosin BA. That is why I'm leaving the organization, because yesterday she started on me and I did not like the way she did. Because of that, both of you couldn't settle, you couldn't report it to management, management couldn't handle it, and just because of that, so that it's not going to, so that those are not going to be pushing me all around with terms. No, and to the mindset of people. All right. So that is that about that. So it's enhanced organizational reputation. Yes. But that people will not say, you don't know that company. They used to fight. This guy used to fight every time. But it's not there. They don't usually fight. You just be hearing this, just be hearing that. So it enhances the international reputation. Handling grievances professionally and transparently enhances the organizational reputation as an employer of choice that values employees' feedback, respect employee rights, and prioritizes employees' well-being. Yes. So compliance and regulations. So adhering to establish a grievance handling procedure and addressing employee grievances in accordance with applicable laws, yes, regulations and organizational policies ensures compliance and reduces legal and regulatory risks for the organization. So in summary, the conflict resolution and grievances handling are vital processes human within human resources management that aim to promote a positive work environments, address employee concerns, maintain harmonious workplace relationship by implementing effective conflict resolutions techniques and grievances handling procedures. So organization can prevent and resolve workplace disputes, enhance employee satisfaction, and support the organization success. So we can look at this example. An HR department established formal grievance procedure to address employee complaints and concerns. So this includes steps for employees to submit grievances, to investigate allegations, and resolve disputes through mediation or arbitration. So HR provide guidance and support. Listen to you now. You provide guidance and support to both parties involved in the conflict to reach a mutually satisfactory resolution. So that is that about that. So we want to look at effective communication strategies. Effective communication strategies. Oh, time is almost done. Effective communication strategies. Let me check. Yes, we'll continue. If you can't be done with it. So we want to look at effective internal communication strategies that we have looked at that time, but we couldn't. We just made mention of internal communication briefly. So we want to look at effective internal communication strategies this time around now. So why it's so important. So we look at it as strategies involve sharing information that foster relationship as we had mentioned. So we look at it that effective internal communication strategies are crucial in fostering transparency, collaboration, and engagement within organization. So let's look at some of the strategies that we have here now. So it's provide regular updates with newsletter. So we've seen that encourage cross-departmental collaboration. So send regular updates and newsletter to employees to keep them informed about company's news and events. So this aspect encourage cross-departmental collaboration, that is facilitate cross-departmental collaboration and information sharing. And information sharing, let me put it to full screen. Information sharing by creating communication channels or forum where employees from different departments can exchange ideas, best practices, and updates. Part of it, you can use a Telegram, which we do now. You can use a WhatsApp to do that, a forum that will involve the set man, the owner of the business, you, the company's managers, the HR department, everybody, so that you can communicate. So it can encourage functional teams and projects to promote collaboration alignment towards common goals. So let's look at another aspect. Celebrate success and milestones. So this aspect recognizes and celebrates individual and team achievements, milestones, and success through internal communication channels. So it highlights employees' accomplishments, project successes, and contributions to reinforce a culture of appreciation and recognition. So it provides training and communication skill development. So this aspect offer training programs or workforce workshop to employees and managers on effective communication skills. I did mention some of these side it. So we keep employees with the necessary tools and resources to communicate effectively. So that is that about that. So to ensure consistency and transparency, ensure consistency in messaging across different communication channels and platform to avoid confusion and misinformation. So by being transparent, employees about organization decisions, changes and challenges, even if the news may be difficult or sensitive, and seek employees' input and involvement. So involve employees in the communication process by seeking their input. We have talked about it in decision making, problem solving, and change initiatives. So by implementing these effective internal communication strategies, organizations can enhance employees' engagement, alignment, and collaboration, leading to a more productive and cohesive information. So that is that about that tonight. So thank you very much. As well, I'm going to be drawing a curtain to it tonight. So we have piece of information to pass across to us tonight. So which I want us to please pay rapt attention. Okay, I want us to listen. We have a piece of information to pass across to us. So I made mention of something before our arrival tonight, and let me just anyone that want to ask a question, and if there is no one to ask the question, so that we can leave that as